This morning I'm on a bike ride down the beach road and I'm listening to a book, and in the book there was a quote from a Sherlock Holmes book, and the quote was Watson had gone into a room and Holmes had observed on him something that most people wouldn't observe, and Watson was curious, how does he know that? And Holmes made the statement, like most people, you have seen but not observed. I have observed and seen. And it made me start to think how much of our life we run around seeing things but not observing things. And right after I had listened to that quote, I crossed over the bridge between Inlet Beach and Panama City Beach. And I had crossed over that bridge probably 3 times yesterday in my Jeep. And just paying attention to the road and nothing else, had really not noticed anything or observed anything different about that bridge. But this morning when I crossed over on my bike, I noticed how much trash was littered on the side of the bridge. I mean, just an enormous amount of trash. And it had been there yesterday, no doubt. But I had just not observed it. And I was riding along that bridge, just thinking of all this trash that people, as they drove across the bridge, were just throwing out, and how they were not even observing in themselves what they were doing, how they were littering, and how they were just disrupting the environment. And then as I got to the end of the bridge, there's a little road that goes under the bridge, and there was this man that pulled his pickup down there, and he was getting ready to unload a boat, and he was standing in the back of his pickup truck in a state park, throwing trash out of the back of his pickup truck to one side and the other. And I noticed that on both sides of his truck there was all this trash that he was just throwing out. He was utilizing a state park, just throwing trash out. Had no observation in his mind what he was actually doing. He was just thinking about himself at that time. And it just made me think how so many things we do impact the environment, impact people around us every day, but we don't observe what we're doing. I heard a guy a long time ago say, when he was talking, he said, ask people, how many of you push your shopping carts back up to the store when you're done? Or how many just leave them in the parking lot? Or how many actually push them to the place in the parking lot where they're supposed to be? And it really struck me, and I started observing, seeing when you pull into a parking lot at a grocery store, how many shopping carts are just sitting by parking spaces and have never been pushed back or put in their place. And so I decided at that moment, if there was one little bitty thing I was going to do, I was always going to push the shopping cart back. And to this day, I have always done that. And it's like those little things. I told you a Latin quote before that says, sic parvis magnum. It means great things from small things come. And it's those type things. We have to observe the little things in our lives. We have to be observant enough to do the little things so great things can come. There's a parable in Matthew, the parable of the talents, and the owner of the land gives different servants different amounts of talents. And the one that was given the least talent didn't do what he was supposed to with the talent. The one little thing he was supposed to do, if he would have done the one little thing, he would have gotten great things. But the ones that did their little things then got paid back by getting more. Are you doing the little things? That's your challenge today. Make the most of every opportunity to be observant in your life, and observe enough to know and to understand and to decide you're going to do the little things in life. That's what it's about. When we do the little things, the big things will get done and great things will come. Be observant, do the little things, and make the most of every opportunity to impact other people's lives. Moyo, everywhere we go.